Hey. Welcome back. It is I, Dr. Bosky, and at this very end of this very long day, I wanted to introduce the very first concepts that we're working on for the, we're calling it the spider tank train. They're like these barriers, they kind of like a little train and a spider thing. I don't know if it's more like a spider train. It's not really a tank, I guess. But Chris, thank you so much for the concepts. So let me show you what I've got here. So here's what you showed moi, which is super cool. Come on, do stuff. All right, cool. Awesome. So this is the very first version. So check marks are the things that I'm enjoying style-wise. I think we need to do some more iteration maybe on the front and what this looks like. It's not, I think we can take some cues from the Peacekeeper drone, which we have a little bit here, which I think we're starting to see, which is good. These are only sketches. So I think I liked kind of this eye apparatus a little bit more. I also like that it opens, like you had a version here it's a bit wider, but I think that we'll just catch that in animation. I was enjoying kind of this kind of electrical tail thing here. Also enjoying the electrical kind of magnetic binders for the segmentation of the body. Really also liked kind of like how the back of the head and the body kind of line there. I think these are okay for the arm mandibles, kind of like the shocky grabby bits. They're a little boring, but I like where we're going. And then I enjoyed what you had going on here with kind of the back end of the tail a little bit. And then I kind of liked how this whole thing flowed. I did a little version here, which is kind of like mixing them together. Just, it's for you to remix the concepts, but I just wanted to see that. And then how about I show you this? So as is now part of our new process, when we start a new enemy type or whatever, a new piece of art for the game, I am, because we have source control, I am now working to stub that in so you get a better sense for what that looks like. And then as we continue to refine the functionality of the enemy, then we'll be able to iterate an engine, and you can, Dimitri can check these things in and see how they feel. And then I don't always have to do all the tech arting process. So I think that the function, the form, especially since we are making so much more art, I think this process helps us quite a bit. So, ready? You ready? Here we go. Oh. And I probably should put some midpoints on this thing. And I probably should put some collision on this thing. So let me see here. Let's just do that real quick. And get over there. Get over there. I always like doing collision on the inner parts, even though you won't be able to shoot the small arm bits. I'm okay with that because I like that when the bullets impact the enemy, it kind of feels like they're puncturing into the skin a little bit more. All right, so we have a version of that. Let's give this bad boy some hit points, shall we? Let's say 1500. See how that feels. We'll make this a 3-ber for now. So all these things work. And yeah, so I wonder if we got another explosion here that would work. Let's just put that in there for now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it'll be all flashy. It'll get in the way. Ooh. And yeah, so you can see here. Actually, I think what I'll also do is this should have some undulation now that I'm looking at this as well, in terms of just the extra in-game animation. So let's take a look. I think kind of my favorite is something like this. Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah. So that might be pretty cool, because what we can wind up doing here is, and maybe we'll reduce the links a little bit so they have overlap between them. But again, that kind of magnetic electrical binding thing, and they'll kind of have a little undulation underneath them, because we're still going to animate the frames. These are going to be 3-4 frames, nothing nothing too crazy, but it's for the head, the body, and the tail. I think, why don't we just tweak this a little bit more? So I went with, let's try this. Again, first time concepts. So with the alpha and how you see everything coming together, yeah. So this gives us kind of a sense for I think how these things will show up. We'll have them in different patterns, but mainly they're supposed to be these barriers that you have to shoot or get hit by. So I think that's gonna be really fun to mess with that a little bit more. So again, super rough stuff. But as we start putting this into the game, you'll get a better sense for that. And if I pull this forward here, we can stick them to the camera. And I think we have just a couple too many links here, and this is all variable for us. I mean, once you have, it's just a repeating. It's a nice, like, specialized type of enemy, but I'll try one of these. Yeah, okay, cool. So here you can see kind of the tail. So I think right now, I think the links are too thick. So what I'll do is an engine. I think that the head and the tail should be bigger. And what I'll do here is I'll just open this up here, go over to here. We'll just pretend for a second here that, and so these are 256 by 256. We'll probably be able, if I'm going to shrink them down like this, we could probably fit this in a 128 by 128, but this is just placeholder. So, and try that. Yeah, spider train barrier. Ooh boy. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, okay. So we got the bigger head here, which is going to be pretty cool. We got the bigger fatty body, and I think we have too much space now between the links, but that's easy enough to fix. Let's try this. Ooh, yeah, lovely. And it's all just a let's see, did it fit all up? Also, these don't have to necessarily stick to the walls. So there's a good example of a smaller version. You know, but we can also, I mean, I think we can do up to 99. Yeah, we can do up to 99 segments. Look at all those segments. Oh my God. Yeah. So anyways, before I stop being a giant man child, I think it was 18, something like that. Yeah. And probably this case, just, yeah, this is game development, just tuning. Yeah, so these are cool. Now, I gotta do the pre-warning for these things and a bunch of other stuff, but that's a whole other thing in which we can think about how we want to implement our version of the like the warning guides, which I should probably put in here. So, and it could just be that. How do I want to say this? Yeah, so I did a version of the warning arrows for Nine Hells Boss Rush. So, but I'll make a note in the card here. So, let's add a little checklist. Let's see, warning indicator, transparent parent indicator to help players get out of the way before it spawns. All right, cool, awesome, possum. Fun. Yeah, so basically what that is what we would do is before the enemy comes out, we would have a version that is exactly the same enemy, but this version doesn't have any collision, and it goes ahead of time. So then if the player happens to be kind of in this space when it arrives, they will see this really cool shape, and now they know, oh, don't be where this glowing crazy indicator is, and then the enemy comes through, and so they can get ahead of it, they can get behind it, but it's gonna be fun. This is me being a nerd. So anyways, that's all that means. I think that is pretty much it. I'll get this up for you, and I thought you should be aware. So I think we're going to end for a rough sketch. This is great coming out of the gate. I really like the design bits here, so let's remix these. Let's iterate a few times on the face. But I think the general shapes are feeling good. Let's get the right proportions for the butt and the head. So we should definitely have smaller links, kind of like this, but the butt should be fatter. So the butt. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.